Here with the Globetrotter, Colin Nathan. How are you?
Globetrotter, yeah. Globetrotting. Jet lagged.
Jet lag.
Yeah, jet lagged.
How are you feeling? It must be quite nice to come back winning all the time, right?
You say nice. First time was so nice, I just had to do it twice. And you were waiting for that, right?
That's my quote now for the interview.
Yeah, you love that. Listen, man. I'm feeling calm. Still jet lagged. Slowly setting in, sinking in rather. And it's just so happy for Sivanati, so happy for South African boxing, and obviously so happy for the team and the company.
Wow, and also Sivanati, his father trusting you with the services before a big world title fight like that, and to get it is huge.
Yeah, I mean, look, that was the big thing, is that like a lot of the guys down in the Eastern Cape is like, has he done the right thing? Is he doing the right thing by sending him here? I think you can see in the results that the decision was the right one. So I'll take it.
It pays off making good decisions.
Look, I mean, Best was honest with me. He said to me, I need to take my son to the next level, and you're the guy. So, and it came at a very crucial time of his career, didn't it?
Yeah. No, it did. I mean, 11 fights in and a world champion already. I mean, no turning back from this point. It's only hard fights. So, I mean, it's a big thing for him at such a young age.
Well, listen, you want credibility and you want to be authentic and you want to be known as a world champion. I mean, there are no easy fights at that level. So it is what it is. Right now, he's just obviously enjoying the moment of being champion of the world. And we'll see what's next.
I see a lot of celebrations happened for him. He was, enjoying it, really taking in the moment. He's the only world champion in the world right now. I mean, in South Africa right now. Yeah,
so it's obviously very special down in East London. Like I always say, there's boxing in South Africa and then there's East London boxing. So culturally, it's just ingrained in the people's DNA down in East London. So, yeah, it's just great. It was just great to be part of it. It's just very cool to be part of it.
And nice winning in Mexico to do it. I mean, you're going literally to someone's backyard against all odds. You did it with Hex, now you're doing it with Sive. I mean, Heki's going to fight for a world title next. I mean, these are huge accomplishments.
Yeah, so, I mean, like I'm saying, it's still sinking in. Just great to be, making a little bit of a difference in South African boxing. And just been a great year for me. Probably as good as 2018. So yeah, just incredible. And I love going into those kind of environments, hostile territory, being booed and pulling off the wins. It's great.
And you unintentionally went viral with your 9-minute speech. Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, everyone was posting it, talking about it, and you got some compliments on social media for that. That's all from the heart, right?
So of course, I mean, I wanted to win. It wasn't just for Sivanati, it was for the whole country. It was for all of us involved. And I needed to get the best out of my athletes. And giving him technical advice at that stage of the contest, when I really thought we were behind, really needed to lift his spirits and get him going. And we did. We won 2 of the last 3 rounds, maybe even 3. And that was the decider. That moment was like, how do I spark emotion and get the best out of my athlete when the chips are down? And the chips are down, and you got to pull it out. And that's what we did.
And then talk us through this Matchroom deal, because now he's signed with Matchroom Promotions. I mean, what's going to happen going forward?
Well, obviously, I mean, I can't discuss the figures. We're looking at doing a homecoming with Rumble Africa Promotions, potentially maybe even a co-promotion. But it's just obviously like with the Matchroom, it's the first time they've ever signed a South African world champion. So it's a big moment for South African boxing, not just about Sivanati. It's about this moment for South African boxing too. So right now, like I said to you, he's going to take a break, and then I'll sit down with Eddie and see what's next. But it's just great. It's great doing work with Matchroom. Obviously, this isn't the first deal that I've done, but this is the first athlete that I've signed over to Matchroom. And again, we need to give major credit to Rumble Africa Promotions. They've taken a fighter from fight 1, right, all the way through to become champion of the world. Now that's something special.
And of course, Eddie Hearn's got a good affinity to South Africa. He likes South African boxers. He takes quite an interest in it. In fact, I think, you spoke with him about it before?
Yeah, and actually, funnily enough, Eddie's been here 100 years ago. He came out with Chris Eubank Sr. when he fought Dan Shomer. Interesting how the dynamics have changed now. He's a promoter and he's promoting Ben Eubank, which is just a very compelling, interesting fight. Who are you going with, by the way? Yeah, I keep changing my mind. I keep changing my mind.
I'm worried about the size. I mean, I'd like ordinarily, I think if they're the same size, Conor Ben wins, you know.
So anyway, going back to Matchroom. So, you know, for me, this is a breakthrough moment. And please God, hopefully we got talented fighters who can also align themselves with Matchroom. You know, they are the best promoter in the world right now. And it's just great to be part of it.
It's fantastic, and you got a very busy calendar coming up as well. There's no rest. You know, you come back and you're literally hitting the ground again with a lot of domestic fights. You've got the likes. Well, let's talk about the big ones right now. You've got Maruti Mtsilane, sort of, you know, the last part of his career, not confirmed or confirmed.
No, it's confirmed, and it's his farewell bout. We've got some Pierre Canton, we've got Loroto Dlamini, obviously all world-class fighters, and we've got a whole bunch of young developing fighters coming through as well that are going to be featured. So just very, very busy, and obviously I can't rest, because if I rest I'm just going to get depressed. I've got to be moving. I can't sit still, as you know.
This is a beautiful period of time where you literally got so many things to do that, I mean, you'd rather have this than like the opposite.
Well, I'd rather be in this position than picking my nose behind my laptop. So absolutely, or farting in my office like you love. But the reality is, you know, the busier it's great for all of the fighters concerned. So I like to be busy. I don't like to be idle, and it's just great to be doing what I'm doing, you know.
All right, let's individually pick it out. You got Maruti Mtsilane is fighting in KZN in Pietermaritzburg. Then you got Loroto Dlamini, who's also having a homecoming. He's fighting back in the Free States. I mean, those homecoming fights must mean a lot to them.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's also great that, you know, local is lacquer, particularly in the departments there, that they're getting behind their athletes. And it's great that the provinces are recognizing that these fighters are talented. They might not be training in the provinces, but they still very much have the provinces in their hearts. And I'm hoping, in fact, I'm not hoping, I'm knowing that there's going to be a great turnout for these events.
And of course, you got some other youngsters. You got the Truter brothers on different bills. They're on different bills. One's on Boxing 5, the other one on ESPN. In terms of the youngsters, are they getting all the action that they need this year?
Yeah, so that's a big thing for me, is developing the future stars of tomorrow, because I think those fighters are going to capture and control the market of South African boxing. People can call me arrogant, don't really care, is what it is. It's the reality of what we're doing. You develop young fighters to become stars. They are the people who carry the flag of South African boxing, and that's a big focus for me at the moment. Also looking at bringing DJ Krill back, head of Volmont. Those are also very important athletes for me. And there is something brewing for Ayanda Nkosi after that disaster fuck up with, I don't want to go there. So we're busy. Things are happening. It's exciting. I want to bring Ishmael Kadri back. Abdulaziz Kunert, don't forget him. So there's a lot of activity, and there's a great buzz now. And I think it's just a great buzz to be in a situation where the athletes are doing well, not just in South Africa, but internationally. You know, and this win for Sivanati has done a lot for the team, and it's done a lot for my company as well.
Can I touch on that subject about Ayanda Nkosi and Ishmael, and there was another and Luca as well. I'm not getting fights and that falling through.
Yeah, I mean, you know. It was just shocking. I was devastated. My athletes were devastated. You know, I gave a guy a second chance, and he did it again. So I don't even want to entertain that again. Never again.
And is there anyone, I forgot, because I'm trying to think about it. There's a lot of boxers in the gym, probably one of the most active stables going around the country. I'm actually just turn my head to have a look to see who we're missing. Kat? How's his hand?
Oh, yeah, he's recovering nicely. I mean, it was a clean break. Eh? You obviously saw the x-rays and stuff. What a great fight. I mean, just what a great fight, you know.
Not one that you want to do again, right? I mean,
I think, listen, they're two prospects. Let them go their own way, I think, but inevitably they're going to meet again, and let's see what happens down the road. But even from Sipho, just a fantastic fight, one of the best local fights I've seen in a long time. Just fantastic to be part of it, to be part of that event.
So on commentary, we didn't actually pick up that he's a good poker player, that he actually injured his hand. Which round did it happen?
At the end of the fifth of the set, he whispered in my ear, says, "My hand's gone." And I was like, look, you need to suck it up. I didn't give him 9 minutes because we didn't have 9 minutes, the 9-minute speech. But he showed a lot of ball sack to get through what he went through. And it was, we took his glove out and his hand was the size of a tennis ball. So we kind of knew it was a fracture. But you looked at the x-ray and it was just like a clean break,
So I'm confirmed he's not fighting in this year again.
Well, recovery, we need to take a look at, how long it's going to take. Obviously, I'm not going to press it and force the issue. If he needs to take time for it to heal, it needs to take time to heal. And I'm not going to be put in a situation where he needs to fight straight away. So let it heal and let's see what the future holds.
And you mentioned DJ Krill a bit earlier. What's the progress on his cutting weight cuts?
So yeah, I mean, he came into camp when he came back to South Africa very, very heavy. He is cutting weight beautifully at the moment, and I want to keep this momentum going. And with the momentum going, we're very close now. We're very, very close.
All right, so that means that within the next couple of months, we can maybe look at putting him on. And, he's a former world champion as well. I'm actually going to post a picture the other day of the three, him, Heki, and Sive, all world champions in a gym, sparring legitimate world champions in a gym, sparring each other.
Okay, Maruti was busy for that picture.
Maruti wasn't there that day.
Yeah, he wasn't there that day. It's fantastic, man. It's just great atmosphere in the gym. It's a great energy, great vibe. Just really blessed, really, really blessed.
Yeah. And what about a big weight division champion one day as well for you? You think that's gonna?
Yeah, I think Lorazzo Glamini is in a very hot division. 126 is a very, very hot division. Great fight coming up with Wood versus Alara. That's going to be an absolute cracker.
And your take on that one? Lara's good.
Lara's really good, but I think if Wood keeps it long and disciplined, you can outbox him.
But if you look at Lara's two performances against Warrington, and Warrington's the IBF champion, Lorazzo's in the IBF ratings, is that a potential fight?
Well, absolutely. Well, Warrington's got to take care of his mandatory. Don't worry, I'm ready. I'm ready there. Yeah, so he's got to do his mandatory, and then there'll be a situation of a voluntary and then an eliminator. So probably in another year, we're looking at a position where we could be fighting for a world title.
And what of No Doubt Management? What's the future for the company?
Yeah, well, it's the future's bright. I mean, with us just doing this Matchroom deal, it's just been fantastic, and I really do love working with those guys. It's it's clean deals. It's great sitting around them, yeah, and very supportive. I mean, Eddie reached out to us after the fight, reached out to me, sent me an awesome text, and then obviously doing the deal was pretty straightforward, and just obviously, listen, man. It's not. I'll work with anyone and anyone to get opportunities going. The fighters don't necessarily have to be under my management. I can come on as an advisory role, but it's just great to be having these doors open and creating these opportunities, and just creating legitimate opportunities at world title level for these fighters.
And the mantra of the company is what? Fighters first, right? I mean,
fighters first, never a doubt, with no doubts around.
All right, well, thank you, Norma Kanjani, for another interview. I don't know if this is interview number 40 that we've done, but I mean, it's been a nice journey so far in terms of the media work that I do, and obviously talking to you all the time. So
I feel like you give him. Is this like our last interview?
No, I'm still.
Do we need to hold hands and sing Kumbaya, my lord, or what?
We'll get there.
Okay. Because I really hate and I love you. Don't do this to me, man.
No. I'm still around for many years. I'm as you can see, I'm on ESPN and so forth. So
no, I didn't know that. No, I didn't know that. No. Oh, really? Well, how's it going?
There somewhere. I'm in and around somewhere.
Fever, bro. Let's go, champ.